What's up, YouTubians? Gary, VWJawbreaker. Welcome back on the Overland trailer build that still does not look like an Overland trailer. Bear with me, we're getting there. So, let me bring you up to speed real quick. We have a Coleman Versa trailer that we removed the fiberglass top from, made a steel structure to gain more height, wrapped it with aluminum, built a crossbar for it, put a rooftop tent on top, and outfitted it with a Iceco 62 quart Pro Cooler fridge, whatever you want to call it. Outfitted it with solar, electrical, we got lights inside, we got access hatch doors. We put a diesel heater on the front, and lo and behold, we took it camping, and this thing did amazing. However, we have some upgrades that I want to do. Yeah, I know, upgrades already. We just got this thing together, but bear with me. This is pretty cool. So as you know, one of the things when we did the electrical is we went ahead and put a lithium ion phosphate battery up front. It's a 100 amp hour from Electech, and the whole camping trip was amazing. Solar was very limited there due to the fact that we had trees everywhere. So I think it was around 4:30 in the afternoon, I had 92% battery capacity remaining. Ran lights, ran the diesel heater for about 13-14 hours. We had the cooler going, the fridge, whatever you want to call it, had that going, charged phones, the whole 9 yards, and we were only down to 80%. It's amazing. And then Greener Power reached out and said, hey man, we see you're running that battery. Do you know that we have minis? I went, you have mini batteries? My ears are open. So check this out. Here is the Electech battery. It's 100 amp hour. All right. Here is the mini. Now, not just Greener Power makes these, other brands make them too, but Electech sent me this. So I was like, really? Okay, it's a mini. It's the same exact watt hours, same voltage, same amp hour rating, same battery management system. So this thing will automatically kick off, for high voltage or overcurrent or extreme temperatures, things of that nature. It's got a little reserve built into it. So it's a great battery. So I was like, man, it's about the same weight, smaller package, same power. That's really cool. So we could actually scale this down. And then the rep said, hey, I bet you we can fit 2 of those in the same space as one. I went, hold on here. So we can have 200 amp hour battery for not much more space than our 100. They said, yeah, they're minis. And I kid you not, look at this. It's a mini. It's even got built-in handles on it. It's pretty impressive, right? Versus, a strap, nothing wrong with that. One thing I do like about the Electech is it actually has a little battery monitor on top to actually show you your battery voltage. Wow, that glare. Battery voltage and power remaining. These do not, but that's okay. It's all right, it's no big deal. So we take this, rotate it sideways, only about 3/4 of an inch more there. Bam. For almost just a little bit more width, we can double our power. So that is awesome. We're upgrading to that. Now the other thing we're gonna do is, here recently, I put in I don't know, whatever you want to call it, little charge port, right? So you have AC power coming in. Now, don't really need that, except for, I also picked up, in case we're at a campground or something and I don't want to set up solar, is I picked up this little 10 amp battery charger from EcoWorthy. So this is actually a smart battery charger. It's like a 4-in-1. Does all kinds of cool gizmos, gadgets. Does your lead acid, your AGMs, your Life Pro 4s, which is what we're charging here, and it's a 10 amp. So we're gonna get this mounted inside. That way, if I decide, hey, you know what? I can't run solar, don't want to run solar, whatever, I can just plug in the cord on the outside, bada bing, bada boom, we're good. Now there's one other little upgrade I want to do, but I want to get this stuff installed first. So let's get this installed, and then I'll show you the next part. This part is going to be cool. Very techy, if you will. So I pulled my little wooden battery box out of the trailer, and wouldn't you know, it fits perfect, except for about a 1/2 inch this way, because of the way the front's angled. I can reuse this and still got room side to side. Okay, well, perfect. Let's move on. Let's modify this a tad so we can get these batteries installed. You have to pardon me, it's a little snug in here, but here's what we did. We moved the battery box over some. All right, well, we moved it from there to the corner. So before, this dead space was actually used for miscellaneous storage that I wouldn't need to get to very often. Went ahead and just moved the batteries over here. We've got our main circuit breaker right there. Negative wire coming up. It's temporary. I'll show you why later. Well, we've got our running these in parallel, so you still have the 12 volts, but you have 200 amp hours now. And we've got our smart battery charger from EcoWorthy up here, and there we go. That went dead. I just flipped the breaker. The reason I have it this way is so I don't want it tied directly to the batteries. And of course, again, I've got this pigtail coming in from outside, so I can just plug in an extension cord, bada bing, bada boom, we're good. And now I've got built-in charging. Now, there's a specific reason why I did it this way. I will show you here in a minute. Actually, let's show you now. All right, before I show you, actually, let's try this out. So we got the extension cord. Lift up the flap. Plug it in. Let's check it out. Oh, there we go. So we need to go to mode. Oh, there it goes, lithium. Okay. Go ahead and plug that back in. All right, so we are charging. Charging 9.5 amps. She's taking a charge. She's taking a charge. But let me show you why I wired it like that. Why did you do that, Gary? Well, kind of simple. So my solar controller actually does not show the load percentage, which, I mean, no big deal, right? But I'm curious. I like data. I like to see what's going on. So I have a gizmo. This gizmo is pretty sweet. This is actually the TBC Smart Shunt. Oh yeah. So this Smart Shunt goes in line on your negative side. So you just need to make sure that your 2 battery, 2 system, and this is your negative side. You hook up a couple wires, bada bing, bada boom. You have a Bluetooth connection to show you exactly your load going in and out. This is a 500 amp shunt. We don't need that much. So my thought is, if we take this and wire it in, say, I don't know, over there somewhere, our charger's over there, solar charger's over there, everything's over there. So it's going to show exactly what goes out of the batteries and goes into the batteries because it's wired in before all of that. Make sense? Good! So let's go figure this out now. Now again, Fusion Energy was nice enough to send over this smart shunt to us. Instructions are pretty straightforward. You've got a couple wiring diagrams to kind of show you, you're running 1 battery, you're running 2 batteries, how yada, yada, yada. If you want to hook up temp sensors, and it even comes with all your wiring here that are already fused. So all we need to do is hook the wires up to the appropriate terminal, this negative side to the main system, this negative side to the battery, and we'll be good to go. So let's go get this installed. So to get going, we need our V battery plus. Take the terminal, push it in, it locks. That's it. Now, the way we're going to mount this in this orientation right here, the top side is going to be to the system, the bottom side is to the battery. Now again, this is the negative. So we'll take the 2 provided screws, let's drop them in right there, I think. So now we have it hooked up, or at least in place. We've got our positive cable, which will power the Bluetooth module. We're going to run that around. You're supposed to hook this up to the positive side of the battery. I'm going to hook it up over here on the output side of my main master breaker. That way I can kill the power to it. So it'll actually just go up there like that. Now, I'm going to have to kill the power for a minute because I'm going to have to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery, run this over here, then run the other side up, and I've got some 6-gauge wire here and some terminals because these bigger M10 terminals do take some larger end terminals than what come on these cables. So you probably won't be able to see much, but yeah, I'll leave the camera rolling, you never know. Disconnect my charger, kill the power. Oh, you might be able to see. So again, this one is going to come around and go up to our, yeah, so we'll cut it about right there. All right, let's hit our switch. Oh, forgot to hook up the power first. Switch off. And again, this has its own little inline fuse, which makes it easy. All right, now I just got to do some cable cleanup, which we'll do that here in a little bit, but let's go fire up the app and see if it works. All right, I just plugged the battery charger back in, got everything wired up, got everything done. We're gonna go ahead and do this together real time. So let me set you up real fast. That way you guys can see, and I have my hands available. All we have to do is launch the app, TBD Smart Shunt. Launch it, it's looking. Oh. Connecting. I need a code. Let's look at the instructions. Oh, the default connection password is 123456. I'm looking in the instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pair. Alright, so right now it shows we have 7.1 amps going in. We'll have to call him back. Hey, Rob. Alright, so, it shows it's 100%, but we know it's not 100%. Now we need to go in and actually, oh, there's history, discharge energy, charge, battery voltage, alarms. Oh, we have graphs. I like graphs. Current state, last 7 days. Pretty impressive. All right, so we need to figure out how to go in and set this up. So I will do, oh, probably the settings button up top, huh? Device name, battery settings, capacity 200 amp hours, charged voltage 13, yeah. Okay, I guess it automatically detected it somehow. That's pretty nifty. Cool. All right, well, it's the next day. Batteries are fully charged, so now we have 200 amp hours of batteries sitting over there, the Mini Life Pro 4 batteries from Greener Power. So awesome, appreciate those guys sending that out. Batteries are fully topped off thanks to the battery charger from EcoWorthy. Nice 10 amp hour battery charger. Now, the biggest reason why I wanted that little battery monitor, that shunt, is I wanted to be able to monitor exactly what we're pulling and see how much power are we really using versus how much are we producing, right? You always want to produce more than what you use, right? Because if not, you're screwed. I know we're not pulling more than 200 watts. You know, we have the 200 watt solar kit from New Power. Now again, it's an MPPT controller, so I have a higher percentage of usable power, so I actually charge at about a max of 180 watts. Should be fine. We're not drawing anywhere near that. But let's check a few things, shall we? That smart shunt, we can pull up the app. So, again, let's pull up the app. And we'll click it. It launches, shows my battery's 100%, yada, yada, yada. We are good. We're not drawing anything right now. Nothing is on. So let's go back and turn something on. Now, IceCo says that that 60 quart cooler only draws 47 watts. So, may I please turn on the cooler and let's see what happens. Push and hold power button. We are max cooling, set down, that's good. Now let's just sit here for a minute and see exactly what we draw. Fans kicked on, compressor kicked on. So it looks like we peaked right around 51 watts. Now that it's running and the compressor surge is gone, we're sitting down in the mid 30s at 2.5 amps. This is really impressive. So currently we can run about 2 days straight, but that cooler doesn't run 2 days straight. You know what? Let's kick in all these LED lights back here. 41 watts, 42 watts. All right. So that's my biggest draw, is that cooler. That is impressive. So again, because of this app, I know exactly what I'm pulling. So, you know, when I want to sit there and run the heater and run exterior lights, I don't know, maybe some cool string lights or something, I can put the load on and see where my battery's at. It's going to tell me my battery load percentage, overall health. It's going to tell me everything. Awesome little battery shunt from Fusion Energy. Man, I really appreciate these sponsors stepping up. You know, and again, the fact that a couple of them reached out to me makes me feel really good. Apparently we're doing something right here, right? So I am really happy to know that we're doing all right. Cool thing is, we'll be going on another camping trip here real soon, actually in about 2 weeks. So we'll go ahead and set everything up, really put things to the test, and see how it does from there. We'll do some live data from the trenches. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you. And again, all these products, down in the description, there is my Amazon storefront. It's an affiliate link. Just click on that Amazon link. It'll show you all the different stuff I have. Just click on the trailer build series and you'll see all that stuff in there. So if I got it from Amazon, it's probably in there, minus, you know, little things. But do me a favor, if you stuck around so far, let's, I don't know, come up with more power. Comment more power below. I know you stuck around. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Till the next time, be kind to one another and be good.